Hi everybody, this is another adventure of Kip and Kristy Ladegi, and normally we're kind of doing something different today. We normally are on the river or we're bird watching, but as Kip knows, I'm not a real adventurer, and we had been talking about going and seeing waterfalls. So today we're up in the Decorah area and we're just visiting the little waterfalls around here, so come along and enjoy.
Our first waterfall for today is Malanaphy Springs. We've been here before, hiked this a number of times, but not this time of year yet. And anyway, it's a good day to, since we're so close to Decorah, we're gonna stop here again and just check it out. Haven't had a whole lot of rain, so I'm not sure how much water will be coming out of it, but we'll soon find out. If I remember correctly, this is like a, what, Kristy, a half a mile walk or a third of a mile walk?
Yeah, not too bad.
It's a short walk from the parking area to the springs. The trail to the falls is really easy to follow. It's well worn. There's hardly any chance that you're going to get lost or not know where you're going. Just follow the trail. Lots of people come here. It's scenic, it's rocky, it's up and down, but it is well worn. And it should be worth the hike. Like I said earlier, I don't know how much water is going to be flowing. It's been so dry this year, and I've never been here when it's been this dry, but I would assume there's still some water flowing. We'll soon find out though. The trail here is right along the upper Iowa River. Oh my, look at this. We're in a state preserve, so I don't know that they can be harvested. But look at this, folks. I'm salivating just looking at them. These are golden oysters. Just delicious. If you cut them while they're young like this, heat up your griddle, saute them in butter and garlic salt, a little bit of garlic salt. Oh, they're delicious. But I'm not going to harvest them. We're on a hike today. I don't have the ability to treat them like I need to so that they taste good. So I'll shoot some pictures and call it good. I'm going to put up a couple of pictures or a few pictures of various berries that we found along the trail here. They look kind of like blueberries, but I don't believe they're blueberries. The white berries probably aren't any more edible than the darker blueberries or blue colored berries that we found. In other words, I don't think any of them are edible. The only thing edible that we found so far would be the golden oysters, and we did not harvest those. I didn't have the camera recording, but we just had one of those experiences that I can't explain. Kristy and I are walking down the trail, and all of a sudden we hear music, and I thought, well, geez, it must be somebody on the river in a canoe, but no, it's two guys walking on the trail, music loud, and not even good music. If it had been maybe Emmylou Harris or folk or something like that, maybe I could have tolerated it more, but it was just cruddy music and turned up loud. And why do you need that when you can listen to the woodpeckers, you can listen to the wind through the trees, you can listen to all kinds of natural sounds. We don't need to hear that kind of cruddy, crappy music. There, I'm done with my rant. On with the hike. I should probably add on that comment about that music is we should all be practicing leave no trace. In other words, I shouldn't hear you unless I'm right up on you. You shouldn't hear me or see me or find my garbage. So it's just leave no trace principles that weren't followed. I am glad they're out, and hopefully they gain an appreciation for the outdoors. Now the sound is more pronounced as we are approaching the Malanaphy Springs waterfall. And I wish I had all the data on how far this falls. This starts way up there, goes downstream, all the way to the upper Iowa River. But it is lower than I've seen it sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't you think, Kristy?
Yeah.
But let's go up there. Let's get a little closer to the falls.
Orange jewelweed down there.
Yep. The springs are really quite pretty. I'm a bit concerned today that the white balance on this video is going to be off a little bit. It's so ever changing here in the different qualities of light that I'm just going to run it on auto and hope that it's somewhat acceptable. But they really are pretty. And now I'm going to try to make my way back to the trail that takes me down where the bigger amount of water is falling. Much more volume, much more water coming across, while same amount of water just falling so much further. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Malanaphy Springs, where the water's dumping in, falling over the edge, and eventually drops down. We apologize for the sudden change of location, but my battery went dead on my camera here. We're now walking up to Dunning Springs in Decorah. You're gonna see this for the first time in years.
And it's very much more populated than the last one we were at.
Oh yeah, lots and lots of people here. So we'll walk down the trail here and see what we find. This is Dunning Springs in Decorah. It's quite a bit bigger than Malanaphy Springs. So much more water and quite a bit more developed. Many more people because the walk is short, like 1/8 of a mile from the parking lot. And right now with the lighting, it's quite difficult, if not impossible, to get a decent picture of this. Kristy found that by going up the walk path on the left side of the falls and the water, that there's this much nicer view. At least I think it's a nicer view. I'm glad she found it. You don't quite see the rocky outcroppings at the top, but you certainly get a nice view of the waterfalls. We're getting a little break from the sun right now, so I'll do a quick recording of video. You have to time your videos between the people climbing up on the edges and the breaks in the sun or breaks in the clouds. Along the left side of the creek, or the falls, or whatever we call it, the springs, there's this wooden pathway that takes you to the top that I imagine is the beginning of the water flow. It's a fair number of steps. And I don't remember ever being up here before, so I'm not sure what I'm going to see. But you'll see it with me. And there it is. It's where all the water comes from. For Dunning Springs. We're going to kind of call it a day here. We hit the two natural waterfalls, which are Malanaphy Springs and then Dunning Springs. Other attractions up here that might be interesting are Ice Cave and Sewer Spring. It's out by the trout hatchery, I believe. Anyway, we're going to save those for a time when we can take our grandkids up. So, Kristy, what do you think?
It was a really nice day. This one was pretty. Kip was taking pictures in one spot, and I happened to climb up the stairs, and I'm hoping that he got some good shots from my vantage point. It had more depth and more trees, and it was just a prettier composition, I think. But yeah, it was a good day.
Yeah, I did try them. So what I'm going to do here is post pictures throughout the video, and then anything that doesn't really tie in right away, I'll just put some at the end. So we did take quite a few pictures today. So we do, if you stuck with it this long, we do thank you for watching.
Bye.